Well, are you one in on? She wants in on the act. What are you doing, little Fifi? What are you doing, little Fifi? Meow. Welcome back to Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. It is just stopped raining, so I wanted to show you something. I want to show you like 10 things, but I bought a trailer yesterday. So 3 axles. Yeah, I bought a trailer yesterday. I'll show you that later. That's not what I want to show you right now. It's still kind of sprinkling, so let's get on with it. We've got my tiny house here, and this is where I typically park. And this turns into a pond when it is raining. Yes, it does. That's a low spot. So I wanted to show you this after a rain, so you know kind of what the plans are coming up. Removing these trees for a carport or a garage or something like that is going to leave a whole bunch of big divots where the tree stumps were, and like this tree stump, we want to get that up. But while doing all that, we can kind of re-level this area so that doesn't become a pond. And what I want to do is move the water flow, about where that tree stump would be. So, and with a garage or carport back there, probably want to do a French drain right in front of that so the water starts coming out this way. And all right, now it's, there's a stream that comes through here. It goes under the picnic table, and then it goes under the trailer. And the trailer is where I want to put a storage shed. So I want to move all this stream of water here about 10 feet that way. And that's going to require some heavy machinery. I know, little girl. I know it was storming and raining up a storm. It was raining up a storm. You're wet. So, yep, that's going to be what my heavy equipment is doing. Moving the water flow, good 10 feet that way. Shave off some ground there and move it this way. So, but you got to keep this slope. You can't go uphill from the house or it runs so you got to keep it downhill. And yep. So now you can see what I'm talking about when I need to move the water before I bring in a new storage shed. This is the trailer I picked up in Mena, and hey, Drew and Lindsay were right on the way, so I got to stop by and chat with them for a little bit. Yeah, it's a homemade trailer. It's got 3 axles. It's got loading ramps. It's got thick wood deck. I'm not a trailer guy who knows much about trailers, but I had a flat tire on the way home. I did have a flat tire on the way home, and I knew it was bound to happen. So this was so cheap, so cheap. You do not want to know how cheap it was. But yes, blowout. This trailer had probably been sitting for a few years, and this tire right here blew out right when I was in Waldron, and that was bad news. And I was freaking out because I didn't have a jack. And what my plan was before I got a hold of Drew bailed me out with his brain. I was gonna take this one off and then the corresponding tire on the wheel on the other side and just leave. It would have run with just those. Anyway, so yeah, I'm like, Drew, flat tire, no jack. And he's like, just drive to the tire shop. And that's exactly what I did. Got 2 new tires for it right off the bat, which, this was cheap. Anyway, I've got a new trailer that can haul a skid steer. Yeah, it's nice to get out from the rain, I bet. It rained for quite a few hours. Something else I can do with heavy equipment. There's a culvert under my driveway, and you can see why. Nice little stream going through here and going through the chicken run. And you can probably see my hugel culture right there, the black plastic. Yeah, look at the water. It's going right around the black plastic. So with my heavy machinery, I can aim this into the hugel culture instead of around it. And you know, the future garden, you know, anyway, yeah. So that's another thing. And the same thing up here on the other side of this culvert. It is going around the hugel culture, and I'd like to steer more of it in there. It is amazing. Yeah, I got my own little personal waterfall, and you can see it goes around the hugel culture. So if I can, you know, shave it here and there and direct the water into the garden, that'd be a cool thing. Where's Grumpy at, little Fifi? Does he have a nice dry spot where he's sleeping all day? I bet he does in that tent. Shed tent. Sunflowers are doing pretty good. Yeah. She likes wandering around. What's on the other side of the road, little girl? And more sunflowers over here. They sure do like the rain. And I just got some fertilizer for them. Some organic rose flower fertilizer. So that should help them out. I did put my zinnia mix in there, and it's not going to do very well. I see a lot more grass than I do zinnia seeds, but it was worth the small effort. Same thing over here. There are a few more zinnia seeds that have sprouted. Yeah, especially down here. But the further you get along, there's some greenbrier. So much greenbrier. That's the spiky, thorned. You can eat those leaves when they're young. I don't do it though. Yeah, a few zinnia seeds popping up, but then you got grass taking over. But something will probably come of this. I've got a different focus than gardening now. I backed up that trailer all by myself. I do not have much experience at all with trailers. Yep, not much at all. Nothing like yesterday, especially with a flat tire on the way home. But I've never pulled something that big, and Mena's 2 hours, so that was an experience, and I backed it up myself. I didn't do too bad, although they say, the neighbor and I were talking, it's so much easier to back up a big trailer than it is a small one, like that one. That one, yeah. Luckily, that one's small enough, you just pick it up and move it around. So, you don't have to back it up, just take it off. Update on the skid steer. Go over to Junk to Jim's. Gary, that's where the skid steer is at. It's over at Junk to Jim's if you want updates on what's going on with the skid steer. He took the blower, took the stuff apart to get to the blower, took the blower out. Blower came in Wednesday, put the blower back in, and now he's got to finish putting it back together to test it out to see if that fits the air conditioning or if we need more stuff, I guess. So, yeah, that's the scoop on that. The new blower is in, needs to be put back together to see if it's operating correctly. But yeah, go Junk Jim's. He's the one who's got it. I'll probably be stopping by there in a day or so. So I've got a 25% off coupon on my next parts order. So I want to go through it with him, or have him go through it and, you know, stock up on like filters and things that you use routinely, or, you know, relatively routinely. I might as well stock up on them now and have them on hand. All right, that's the update on the skid steer. It's over at Junk Jim's, and I'm getting pretty anxious to get started on learning a skid steer. Oh, and I'm still shopping for attachments. Man, somebody needs to open a skid steer attachment store in this area, because everything that goes up for sale from a private person is gone by the next day. And the new stuff, you got to drive to almost Tulsa. There isn't even anything I could find in Little Rock. They must not advertise it very well. But yeah, a lot of online places, and holy smokes, you got to pay $500 to ship a $2,000. You got to pay $500 to ship a $2,000 attachment. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Anyway, mosquitoes. They like this wet weather, and they're just buzzing me all over the place. I am told there are birthday tacos at a neighbor's place, so I'm gonna head on over there. Our mountain home, Jen and Wiley. Happy birthday to Emily. Old enough to drive. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. I'll see you in the next video.